Hello, welcome to Soulprint Intuitive Tarot. It is Saturday, August 10th. So, as I was uploading the previous video that went out regarding Trump and, his behavior and what's going on with him, I then heard the news about Jeffrey Epstein. So, I wanted to take a couple minutes and just, meditate a little bit, do a little bit of pendulum work, and ensure that I was clear and calm and not sort of just instinctively sort of reacting. I needed to get centered. So I have a question. We all have the same question. I'm going to show you the answers that I got from my pendulum. I have asked this question. This will be the series of questions. This will be the fourth time I'm asking them. The answers so far have been very consistent. For those of you who haven't seen me use my pendulum before, the back and forth motion like that is a yes. And show me no pendulum. And as you can see, it goes into a circle. So circles are no, up and down, back and forth is yes. So let's start with this. Did Jeffrey Epstein die by his own hand? Thank you. Did Jeffrey Epstein die by natural causes? Another no. Was Jeffrey Epstein murdered? Is the DOJ in any way complicit in the events that happened in his death? Are they in any way, will they in any way be found responsible? That's a big yes. Okay. Well, that answers a few of those questions now, doesn't it? Okay, so let's shuffle the cards a few times and let's see what additional information or insight we can be given. So, come on down. Let's get to the question at hand. Jeffrey Epstein, Jeffrey Epstein, Jeffrey Epstein. So yesterday there was that big dump of court documents that came out pertaining to Epstein and court cases. And it made a lot of very influential people kind of nervous. And these influential people are the world over, okay? There's all kinds of them. Almost, I want to say, like in all four corners of the globe. There was too much money in play. There was too much money in play. He had too much money. He extorted too much money. A lot of it has to do with influential people with a lot of money. Those were the kind of people he played with. Okay, well, gotta say his Wheel of Fortune kind of changed. Okay, so this is interesting. One of the impressions that I got as I was, preparing to do this video, I was asking if Trump was behind it. And I actually got a no. Was William Barr somehow complicit in this? Yes. This is what I found out, or this is what I was given in terms of information. The Trumps are not trying so hard to actually protect Donald Trump. He's far from innocent. But who and what they're actually trying to protect is Melania Trump. Because whatever it is about her and the Epstein connection can end up reflecting very, very badly on the Trumps and the Trump family. And so that's actually what they're trying to keep under wraps. She's the one that actually is being protected. And make no mistake, she's not being protected because they want to protect her. She's being protected because they don't want any of the muck to splash onto Donald Trump. Okay, I actually would call that whole thing, what is that, $1 short and a day late? Come on. He's already splashed with muck. As far as Barr goes and the Department of Justice, he has every reason to believe, because he's been able to do it since he was made Attorney General, that he has the power to just sweep things away. He literally feels he can get away with anything. He is in a position powerful enough that he is literally able to just say, yeah, no, we're not going to look into that. No. Or if they do, we're able to, bury some of the findings, the results. So whatever role he played in this, and honestly, it appears as if the role literally boils down to not, sort of being really mindful of a suicide watch on this guy. And that's all he sort of had to authorize was, you don't need to watch him that closely. That's all it would have taken. It was interesting to me as I started hearing the news. Yeah, here we go. As I started hearing the news, the thing that absolutely struck me first was a lot of the outlets that were reporting were using the words, Epstein dies by suicide. Now, when was the last time you heard that definitive a statement within an hour or two of someone's death? It's always an apparent suicide. It's an apparent murder suicide. It's an apparent double suicide. It is not died by suicide. So clearly, they're trying to get the jump on creating the narrative they want, thinking that if they just put it out that way, people won't question it. People will just assume because there was a previous suicide attempt, and that one I actually do believe was legitimate. I don't believe somebody was in on that. I actually think that that really was him trying to disappear from the planet. But this one, it is absolutely not looking like a suicide. So many secrets from the law, right? So many secrets that are going to be two-sided. On the one hand, they're going to be exposed because now the journalistic digging is going to start with like backhoe excavation, okay? The digging dives that those journalists and writers are going to do is going to be amazing, and all kinds of secrets are going to come out. But the Department of Justice, the legal field under Barr, are going to be severely restricted and basically told to keep, secrets. I do understand that the FBI is now officially investigating, but who oversees the FBI, right? It's all interconnected. And Barr absolutely thinks he can get away with this because he absolutely is lawless and nobody has been able to rein him in because, he is what he is and he's acting the way he's acting. So now, I will say this. You've got Judgment in the Sun. There is going to come a time, it might be a few months from now, it might be in January of 2021, but there is coming a time where Barr is not going to be protected by his position. And that is when the deep digging is going to come, because I can promise you the next president, one of the very first things they're going to do is start reinforcing and building up and cleaning out and getting things sorted out with all the intelligence agencies. They're going to start getting things sorted out with the Department of Justice because, it ain't rocket science to figure out that a lot of stuff has just been swept away, ignored. They're going to start doing deep dives on that. And that, if he is not found out before, that is when the sunlight is going to shine very strongly on the Department of Justice and what Barr did or didn't do, what he wanted or didn't want to happen. So it'll come. Everything will come out eventually. Maybe not as fast as we want, but we're all kind of getting used to things not happening as fast as we want. Wherever this originated from, wherever this came from, the events of this morning, they came from people far more powerful, with far, far more money and influence and connections than Trump could create if he lived 100 lifetimes being greedy and power hungry. Okay, whoever it came from is way bigger than the Trumps. And in some ways, Barr just played the role of keep making sure that security was lax enough so that this could happen. Wow. Okay, so you have Judgment, you have Death, have the Wheel of Fortune. You have people being defensive, trying to protect themselves. You have the Moon, you have the Sun. For right now, I think I'm going to wrap this up. I think we have the immediate answers we need. And we will all monitor the situation as it continues to unfold. And if there's additional information, additional insights, any interesting guidance or insights I get, I will be sure to hop on and let you know. But for right now, I'm going to say the Department of Justice played a hand in this. Bill Barr. I absolutely have no reason to believe it was actually a suicide. The Trumps are trying to protect Melania because of the way it will reflect on Trump. And wherever this originated, it originated somewhere other than the Trump family. Yes, they were doing their level best to keep things swept under the rug and quiet, but it came from somebody far, far more powerful. So, I guess that's what we know for right now. So, I'm going to take tomorrow off. I just need a bit of a break. And so I will see you on Monday. Take care. Be well. Stay safe. And we'll see you really soon. Bye.